Some weekend, huh? I mean, sequels disappointing, lots of people, second seasons of as divisive shows, the lack of second seasons of acclaimed ones. I just found out about this morning. And with that in mind, it's nice for me to say, hey, finally, something objectively good to talk about this weekend. And so, here are my first impressions on the event series, spinning off on the highly acclaimed The Batman in 2022, how its upcoming sequel in 2026. In the same continuity as said film, let's talk about how the HBO limited series The Penguin that I've seen up to 3, entitled Bliss. Let's begin. The show picks up roughly where the movie left off. I mean, right after, as Gotham tries to rebuild from the seawall being breached each in the end of the other movie. The with Carmine Falcone dead, it only is natural that other criminals and crime syndicate bosses would want to fill a vacuum of power left in Gotham. Um, One of these people is the titular Penguin, Oswald Cobblepot, played by Colin Farrell, and even though he may not be my favorite actor by any means, whenever he's given the right material to work with, or a script he's enthusiastic about, it definitely shows. And I can definitely say, hey, with confidence, that he's also doing the most favorite version of the character, especially the ones that lean into the mob aspect of it, and as opposed to versions that have an infirmity of some sort. I mean, where rather than that's not to say they don't totally include that. I mean, it's rather than be one of the versions of character where his fingers are stuck together, her this one has issues with his feet, so he waddles when he walks, kind of like a penguin. But make no mistake, he is definitely not a man you want to be on the bad side of in this continuity. The opening scene alone establishes it, like when one of the rival informants, when tries to talk down to him, he responds by simply just shooting him right on the head on the spot in his penthouse before he disposed of the remains. And that is a secondary meaning behind the mobs that are working on waste management and how they take out the trash. Top of the appearance of the character, as well as he does end up getting to who have his comic counterpart Smokes as well. Oh, make no mistake. I mean, I would argue this has much more in common with, say, a mafia crime drama than a comic book series, where it definitely, in many respects, recalls HBO's own The Sopranos, and which is celebrating 25th anniversary this year. There's definitely a scene in the first episode where Oswald is ends up getting interrogated pretty graphically with a piece of piano wire here by a rival mafia member. It's actually kind of a relief when their car crashes into their house with the remains of another one of their mutual enemies in the trunk, and that's what convinces them to start working together, albeit grudgingly. I will say this: it's definitely not a show meant for the younger section of the fan base. I mean, it's definitely he earns its spot being in prime time and its CVMA rating. Not just because of like the violence and other dark scenes, but also all topics that younger fans would definitely not find fun. On touching everything from mafia dynamics to health issues. The performances are absolutely fantastic, especially also Seven Farrell, as I've mentioned more than once. Again, like Shorei's appearance in this one as one of the other members of the families. Even though, oh, she doesn't deliberately set out to play antagonists, I'll admit she is good at it. Seriously, if you haven't already, I definitely still recommend watching The Expanse. I'm not joking about that one. So, oh, I'm thinking about halfway through this event series already. I definitely plan to cover the other half, much like I am doing the Edgar all along. Fortunately, since they both come out on different nights, it will not be an issue. So, I'm definitely not going to be short on topics to talk about for Bat Month, with this also being part of the epic crime saga, which I often call the Reeseverse for short. And even though it does kind of suck, those other spin offs didn't really get off the ground, I'm open to them being revisited in the future, or at the very least, ideas from them being worked into the upcoming sequel to The Batman. And just so you know, I haven't been watching Gentleman and playing Arkham Knight all weekend, which is also true. Anyway, that's all I have for now, and I'll see you again very soon, so take care, everyone.